Alright, here we are on Grezvin LE. Spawning in the top left-hand side is going to be our red-tiered player, UFO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand side, sporting the purple Zerg pieces with the barcode, is going to be Kisho. Oh, this clan tag's back. I love this one. You know, it doesn't matter. The Terran's going to be doing stuff. The Zerg's going to be doing stuff. I'm more interested in this Dr. Seuss Scout car bottling. Is that? Yeah. Dr. Seuss Scout car bottling. It's so cool. I love that picture. Fairly standard opening coming out of the Zerg player. Looked like a 16 pool. Was it? Okay. Yeah, fairly standard opening out of the Zerg player. I'm a little confused on the timings on some of those buildings. Terran is just kind of doing Terran things. Be Reaper opening. Looks like a Barrack Scout too. Again, I'm a cowardly diamond player, so I scout a 17. So, based on our game, or UFO's games versus, oh my goodness, I already forgot the name. Well, we do know that UFO tends to be a fantastic macro player, so we'll see if that holds true in TVZ as well. It looks like so far, yeah. We do have a second barracks on the way, as well as a reactor. Ooh, this is going to be a... if he can actually keep this bunker barracks hidden, that's actually going to be kind of spicy. Kisho might expect something like a Hellion, or like a bunch of Hellions or something. But no, it's actually 2 racks. I'm assuming maybe a 2-1-1. Yeah, factory's on the way. All right, Reaper getting a little bit of damage done. Killed the drone. Yeah, Scouts the third base timing. Yeah, I mean, the Reaper does a little bit. I mean, it's kind of just how it goes in TVZ, right? The Reaper gets a little bit of scouting, maybe gets some damage done. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Man. I do like that he's keeping track of the front here, though, for sure. Meanwhile, UFO is, yeah, this is gonna be a solid 2-1-1 timing. Getting stim pack. Not sure where the no starports so far. Might not be. Oh no, there we go. Starport's on the way. Kisho going for a Roach Warren here. Droning up pretty hard. UFO is going to be poking around once again. I think this Reaper is not long for this world. Yeah. Usually, the moment that Zerglings get speed, the Reaper dies. Normally. Right, UFO is setting up the medevac timing here. Now, Kisho did go for Roaches. I'm a little bit nervous for him, to be honest with you. Roaches don't fare that well versus a 2-1-1. I don't want to say it's a direct counter, but it does pretty well. Now, UFO is, I'm sorry, Kisho is going to spot this, it's going to spot that this is being made. Should be able to see, yeah, it's going to see the barracks researching over here. I don't know if he actually saw it or not. Probably should have kept track of that. Layer on the way. Baneliness about halfway done, so this might be okay. The Banelings are going to be late, but I think if he can get them out, like, he shouldn't take too much damage. Alright, we do have a 5-minute timing here. moving out onto the field. I think there's actually a tighter timing for the 16 Marine drop. Maybe a slightly tighter timing. That being said, Marines are going to be across the map now, dropping here towards the front. You see Kisho is keeping those guys on the move. Gonna play a little bit of whack-a-mole. Hang on, I gotta skip that one. There we go. UFO poking the front once again. Kapech is going to finish up. Oh, actually, a third medevac is going to join the fray. Third base is on the way now for UFO. Kisho looks like he wants to defend this fourth base. Bailey speed isn't done, which is a big problem for Kisho. Those Bailey's just aren't going to be able to connect. Ooh, going directly into the main base. There are Queens who are already on the way here. Fortunately, it looks like they were on a move command, so they're going to get kind of ripped apart here very quickly. 5 Queens immediately go down. The Zerglings are going to be pouring in kind of one at a time. Not going to be able to get a decent surround here. The Banelings they're so slow without speed. If UFO really wanted to, I think he probably could pick these off one by one. Actually is going to take out the spawning pool. This is extremely unfortunate for Kisho. He's going to try and send a couple of Zerglings in. I actually waited for the Zerglings to pop out of the eggs. Kind of good trigger discipline there out of Kisho. Got to respect for him for that. UFO has actually gotten so much damage done in such a short period of time. It's insane. Kisho is now down a significant number of workers. He does not have a spawning pool. He's only going to have roaches to really defend. Like, you can make these into Banelings, but, like, they don't have speed yet. The Banelings don't have speed. They're not going to be able to do anything. More Queens are being moved to the natural to try and help defend here. Another kind of issue here is there's a lack of creep spread here, which means the Queens are kind of traveling very slowly between these two areas. How many Queens do we even have? We only have 3 Queens now? Oh no. Kisho's going to find out very quickly that there is indeed still a contingent of Terran forces here on the outside of this base. UFO is actually moving in to secure that third base location now. +1 is going to be finished up here soon. Whoopsie daisy. UFO is going to back up here once again. 8 more roaches are going to pop out. That'll probably be enough to defend against this this medevac drop. At the same time, it's also not going to be able to like catch it and kill it or anything unless UFO decides to like take a bad fight. Going to go directly back into the main base once again. Sees that it is going to be defended. Roaches are coming up. UFO decides to back up. But we do have a large force coming out of him now. A nice Marine tank composition going towards that third base location. It looks like UFO is going to kind of want to set up a decent... Probably going to drop into the fourth or main base, set up a distraction, and then set up a really nice tank position here. But hold that thought. Kisho is actually going to try and push to the other side of the map, but is going to catch this here. Fortunately, these are still slow roaches, so they're not going to be able to do too much damage. The Marines are pushing in. They actually managed to cancel this fourth base once again. They're going to try and dive into the main base, but there are still units here that can defend. Oh, he's going to take out the Queens again. UFO just kind of really going for the regicide here. Just absolutely dunking on the Queens. UFO trying to push up here. And unfortunately, well, Kisho actually does manage to keep kind of a decent crosswalk of creep here. Trying to defend both sides, unfortunately, is a bit difficult for Kisho right now. 24 Zerglings are on the way. God, these roaches are so slow. They're so far off creep. If UFO notices, he could just kind of crawl up here. Looks like that's not going to be the case. Oh, actually, going to try and do a counterattack here. That's going to call GG. UFO is going to take game number 1. Now, I think Kisho might be maybe a lower league, or it might be a diamond player, based on his profile. So I mean, mad respect for going up against much more skilled players. It's definitely definitely be a good learning opportunity. Definitely a good set of replays that Kisho will be able to go back to. Alright. UFO takes game number 1. Let's see what the case is going to be on Dragon Scales. Alright, here we go. Spawning in the top left-hand position is going to be our red Terran player, UFO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand side, down but not out, is going to be the purple Zerg player, Kisho. Alright. Looks like we're not going to see any shenanigans from these players yet. Looks like Kisho's probably going to go for kind of a standard 16 hatch opening. UFO, let's go for a fairly standard opening. Racks, gas. Yeah, I mean, a fairly standard opening out of both players. Spawning pool is going to be coming up here for Kisho. You know what? What would happen if you fill the spawning pool with Mountain Dew? Like, what would happen? Because the thing is with the Zerg, is they're actually, like, each of these buildings is considered like an organ of a greater, like, of a greater organism, kind of. So what would I know this, like, the spawning pool technically just contains a like a soup of genetic information, but what if you switch that genetic information out for Mountain Dew? Would you just get, like, speedlings right off the bat? Like, they don't grow wings, they just have a sugar high? What if that actually gave them ability of sugar high? They get the ability sugar high, which is kind of like stem. Except instead of paying a health cost, actually, instead of paying a health cost, you would just slow way down. Like after the sugar rush was over, you just slow way down. You have like a sugar crash. Bet these Zerglings were wishing that they had a way of chasing this Reaper down, perhaps a sugar rush. Alright, looks like we're setting up for kind of the standard Reaper or Hellion opening here for UFO. Third base going down for Kisho. UFO playing fairly conservatively with this Reaper. Not trying to get anything shocking done with it, just getting the necessary scouting information, keeping the Zerg honest, keeping the Zerglings here at the front. Alright, 2 Hellions are starting up, as well as a starport. Actually, go with starport before third base. Typically third CC before starport is preferred, but you could do either one. Kind of a difference between getting your economy out faster versus getting some aggressive units out first. Reaper's actually heading home, interestingly enough. Cloak is on the way now for the Banshees. We actually do have a very fast layer here. You don't have extra gases or anything. Let's say we're just going to go for a very quick roach speed, I assume. It's an interesting call, but we'll see how it pans out here for Kisho. UFO diligently setting up his Sim City here. Now, there actually are enough Hellions and Reapers here Gonna be able to cook all of these defending Zerglings. I was actually going to be able to shut this base down too. No droning is going to occur there. Kisho going for a couple of roaches here now. Yes, now we're getting gases 2 through... Oh no, just 2 and 3. I'm so curious, Kisho. What do you have up your sleeve here? A couple roaches are going to be popping out now. I'm sorry, I must be going crazy because I could have sworn I heard a burrow sound. It's not burrow. Oh, no. No. I don't know what I heard. Alright. UFO is actually setting up for a nasty push here. I'm going to go for a... I'm assuming it's a Hellbat or a big ol' Hellbat push. We do not have an armory on the field yet. Maybe this is just to be aggressive. It's actually going to be able to push back these queens pretty hard. There's no detection. Okay, so just now getting a couple of overseers. There's no spore crawlers on the map that I know of. It looks like these banshees are actually going to be able to take out all of the queens and all of the roaches here. Oh, nope. The queens actually did back up here. On the other side, it looks like UFO is actually doing some significant damage to the third base. It's not often that you see Hellions taking out roaches, but here we are. Looks like he is going to have to back up here. UFO taking a commanding lead of this game. Kisho going for a 4th. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous for Kisho right now. Roaches have finished up, or roach speed has finished up. It looks like they're going to be able to defend this base fairly well. Looks like UFO is going to have to back up. Third base is being established now for the Terran player. Yeah, it looks like we're going to go into a... So we're going to go kind of into a standard marine tank composition here for the Terran player. Zerg player is still significantly behind on workers, which is a bit unfortunate. It's technically up a base, but really only has the hatchery there. It's not going to be able to mine from it or anything. Big push coming out for the Terran player now. Nice solid 730 timing. It's actually going to hit pretty hard. Alright, Kisho is going to try... Oh my goodness, we're all on move command! Oh! Those roaches get murdered.